All right, so we will get started. Tonight, I am going to go over 6 steps that are what highly successful people do. So I'm going to try and apply these in Beachbody ease for everybody. But I think it's important to kind of look at what successful people do. And this isn't just successful people, this is successful companies. So I think as an entrepreneur, if you can kind of get in that mindset, get in the business owner mindset as we go through these, it will really help. So there were over 200 people interviewed, companies interviewed for this study that was done. And it was these 6 things were reoccurring things that kept coming up and, as to how and why they were successful. And so I want to help you kind of apply these to your business. So if you don't, grab a piece of paper and a pen right now because you will want to write this stuff down. Okay, so the first one is called Find a Gap. And so she referred to this as, there's actually 3 steps within this one, or 3 different kinds, I would say, in Find a Gap. And one is the sunbird. And this is an actual bird. And so they pick up what it is that they are needing, and then they drop it down in another place. And so this is a lift and shift idea process. So what this means is you're reapplying ideas and things that you have learned along the way and tailoring it to you, to your business, and making it relevant in what you're doing. An example that she gave was of Starbucks. And when Starbucks first came out, it was it was opened up in, I believe it was Portland. And it was, Portland, Oregon's very, just down-to-earth type people. And when Starbucks first came out, it was an idea that was brought over from Europe. And it was, that third place of people getting together. So, you have like your business, your home, and then it was that third place. It was the coffee shop. So it was brought over to the U.S. He started it out with, serving coffees in ceramic mugs, and, it was very, playing opera music and things like that. So it was more like of an upscale type place. And it didn't go over so well. And that's because he didn't tailor it to the actual state and the city that he was in. So Oregon isn't, a place where you're going to have all these people that want to like dress up and go get coffee, right? They're more down to earth. It rains all the time. So they're in casual clothes. They're in, maybe rain gear. And so it flopped. And so he had to kind of revamp, change things up to make it work. And so now we have today, the Starbucks that very casual. It's kind of this place where you can just meet and hang out and listen to great, laid back music. And so, he picked up that idea from a whole nother place in this world and he brought it here. But he had to change his idea. So relating that to Beachbody, I think that if you're engaged, you're able to get these ideas from all over the place. You can get ideas from other coaches, which is actually an awesome thing, is if you're following a successful coach, take their ideas, get ideas off of their ideas. That doesn't mean you copy and paste. That means you get an idea and you tailor it to you. So, I'll use an example is, I used to just take basically quotes off of Google or whatever it was, snapshot it on my phone, post it, and write something on it. Well, although that can be, motivational and all, it wasn't me. There was nothing in that was like, who's Amy DeSanzo? It was like, oh, that's a good quote. How am I tied to that? So I decided that I was no longer going to do that. I was going to revamp these quotes. And so whenever I see something that I like from another coach or from somebody who's just completely random, or maybe it's a quote, I still snapshot it and I keep it in my phone. But when I go to post it, I completely change it. And I completely, my story, relate it to my story. And so I never just copy and paste. So just think about that. Think about how you can take ideas and tailor them to you and make it work for your market. Okay? Because we're all different. So my market might be moms, whereas if you don't have kids, it's not going to be moms. Okay? You might be a runner. You might be, really into gardening or whatever it is. So tailor it to who you are. The second one in Find a Gap is called an architect. And what this is building from the ground up. So basically you're finding an area, you're finding a place where there might be, some dysfunction. There might be something that's irritating. There might be, what, honey? I'll fix it later, okay? No, I'm on a call. Sorry, guys. Something that's irritating. No, I'm kidding. So, honey, I'm on a call. I'll do it in a little bit. Do it. Okay. And so it's basically an area that you see needs to kind of be fixed or revamped. And so you're able to build it piece by piece. So if there's a place in your business, or maybe it's not in your business, but it's in, maybe it's a workout program. Maybe you say, oh my gosh, I love this workout program, but it could really use, maybe your market is moms and you're saying, hey, I really think that this would be a great way to get kids involved. And, maybe this workout isn't necessarily tailored to it, but the whole idea is great. What is something I could do as a coach? Okay, as a coach to help this, tailor it to the moms, tailor it to my market, and to get it going. So, look for something. Maybe you struggle with meal prep. What is something that you could do that would make your life easier, make everybody's life easier during meal prep, and start sharing tips about it? Those are little things where you're seeing these gaps. Because if you're struggling with something or you're finding something to be irritating, maybe it's something in the 21-day fix, whatever it is. If there's something in there that you're struggling with, other people are too. So you can find a solution and talk about it. It's a great way to help other people and to get more involved. And then number 3 is integrate 2 ideas. So, basically that is what it is. So if you have 2 ideas, put them together and create something. So when I was learning underneath Melanie, she ran a group called Stripped. And in that same time frame, this was before the 21-day fix came out. That same time frame, I was trying to lose the last couple pounds of, my baby weight. And I picked up this book, Stripped, that she was basing her group off of, and I thought it was just really great. And somewhere I found the idea, or I've heard, about how 21 days is how you create and form habits. You need 21 days. So I thought to myself, how cool would it be to start a group where in those 21 days, you are able to, reach your goals and at the same time, you're making and forming that habit. So I put together this How to Lose 10 in 21 Day program, because Stripped is all about, you know, losing those last 10 pounds. And it's a strict diet, but it works. And so I created a program and I ran with it. And I actually started talking about it before I ever even fully got it together. But I just started to talk about this idea, and people jumped on it and loved it. And so today, you know, now we have the 21 Day Fix, which is actually a great program to go alongside of my program that I created. But it's something that makes me unique. Not every coach offers that. I'm the one who made it. So unless you were in the group or you're one of my coaches who've been in the group, you have no idea what it is, because it's only the people that have done it with me know what it is. So take ideas and make them your own. There is no reason why you can't create your own things that make you unique to go along with the programs that we already have. So the second one after Find a Gap is Drive for Daylight. Now, if you were at the training at Summit with Katie Ersta, she talked a little bit about this. And basically, it's referred to by driving for daylight is when a race car driver, it's what they're looking for. They're looking on the horizon for that light. When they're driving at the speed that they're driving, they cannot have time to look around. They can't look in their rearview mirror. They can't look where their competition is. They can't even look at the side and where the lines are on the road. They literally have to focus right in between their hands and look at daylight. That is what they are driving for, is what is ahead of them. Now, this, I think, relates to our business tremendously, because so many people get caught up in looking at what's going on around you. We get caught up on other coaches and their success. We get caught up in programs or, you know, what this person's running, what that person's running. And it changes the way you think. It changes your ideas. It steals your ideas because you think that, well, because this person's doing this, I need to be too. And that's not true. You need to look straight ahead of you and go. Yes, you need to be aware of what the successful coaches are doing and, you know, take guidance from that and take some ideas in that sense, but you can't be focusing on them. What, honey? You can't be focusing on their success. You have to just go in your direction and not look around and compare yourself. So you need to run your own race. What? Go ask Daddy to put some medicine on it, some salt, okay? Quit biting it. You have to run your own race. So one company that she spoke about a lot was Under Armour. And, you know, they were the first company to be focused on making clothing that was not cotton. And it was all performance-based. And have another one coming down. Hold on. Okay. Yes. You guys need to go upstairs, okay?
Give me that.
And, you know, Under Armour focused on their game. They didn't worry about what other companies were doing. They're stuck together. They're stuck together. Hold on. And so, you know, in the sports, you say focus on your own game. Because if you're focused on what the other team is doing all the time, yes, you're aware of it, but if that's all you're focusing on, you can never win. You will never win because your focus is all on the other team. So don't be emotional. You cannot be emotional about, you know, what other people are doing. You need to focus on you and what you have to offer people. You also need to focus on what you have, like what you have to go. So this was referred to as a marathon. If you, all you can think about is, you know, as you're running, if you're thinking about, oh, well, I'm so tired. I just ran 10 miles. You know, I don't know if I can do it. I'm exhausted. You are less likely to finish. If you are focusing on what you have to go left, then you will succeed. So if you're saying, you know, I have 16 miles left to go, I can do this. I can do this. I have, you know, one more coach to get on this team to get diamond. I can do this. Instead of saying,
wait, I have yours.
I don't know, I only have this amount of time left. I need to get one more coach. I've already gotten 6 coaches or whatever it is. You're less likely to meet your goals when you're always focusing on what's behind you. You need to focus ahead. Focus on what you have to go left. You have 1 more lap left. You have, you know, 2 more coaches left, whatever it is. Focus on what you have to go, not what you've already done.
Mom, can you focus that on?
Give me 1 second here. All right, guys, sorry about that. Okay. Number 3 is fly the OODA loop. And so it's OODA. And what that stands for is observe, orient, decide, and act. And so this is basically, I want to relate this to your business and how you can better serve the people who follow you or the people that are in your niche. So I want you to observe, you know, what is it that they're interested in? What is it that, you know, they relate with? And then decide on a route for you to go and then act upon it. And this shouldn't be something that takes forever. This should be like, okay, like I'm going to go scope out X amount of people that follow me on Instagram. What are they doing? What do they struggle with? What do they like? And then you decide, what am I going to do to serve them better? How can I create a program that a challenge group that is going to directly serve them? And then create it. I don't care if you don't know how you're going to do it yet, but you make that group. And I promise you'll figure it out as you do it. Okay, there are so many times where I'm like, I'm going to run this group. And I'm like, okay, well, I put it out there for the world, but I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I figure it out. I just figure it out as I go. You don't have to have all the answers. Just act on it, okay? And also what she said in this is when something doesn't make sense, figure it out. So, you know, go for that glitch. So what I mean is if there's something that is kind of like, oh, I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to run this type of group. You know, Brittany asked me the other day, I've never run this certain type of group. How do I do this? We honestly haven't even still talked about it, but she's going with it. She's figuring it out because she's smart. There's other resources and she's got this. She knows what she's doing. You go for when you feel like you don't know what you're doing or you're not certain on a subject, commit to it because you'll figure it out, okay? When you commit, your heart's in it and you'll do it. Let's see. I saw some questions. Amanda, did you get your answer? What does OODA loop stand for? Is that what we said? Yes. Observe, orient, decide, and act. Yep. So you can, like I said, guys, you can relate this to your business in any type of way, but I am saying as far as your people, how to serve them better, I think that's a great way to kind of go about it. But, you could relate it to anything in your life, any business. This is just what successful companies do. The fourth one is fail wisely. Know that you will be imperfect. Know that you're going to fail at some things. Know that you're going to host some challenge groups where literally nobody talks. Know that you're going to reach out to 25 people today and only 5 of them, 6 of them will respond. Know that you will fail. But you also need to know and tell yourself that I will get up. I will continue. Because within that ratio of people that don't respond, I'm still winning because those 5 people responded. That although this challenge group, literally no one has said a word, at the end of it, I know that one person got something out of it. And I know that I will have challenge groups in the future that will be successful. You need to understand that you will have mistakes. You will have groups that you do nothing wrong, but things just don't go the way as planned. So if you go into your groups, into messaging, into everything, knowing that it might not go the way that you want it to, and you already expect to have, a few down days or what have you, you also know that you will have those ups and you will have the ability to keep going. The only thing that I want you guys to be aware of is that you want your failing to be incremental and not a consistent thing. So let's say that, you have messaged 20 people today, no one responded. 20 people tomorrow, no one responded. All week you do this and you're at 0. Then there is something wrong, but it's not fixable. So when you're at 0, let's say you've run 5 challenge groups and no one has talked in them. Let's talk. Let's figure it out, because then there is something that maybe you can tweak here and there. That's all you need to do to make the change. So be aware of your the statistics in that, and if you're at 0, then reach out to somebody. Reach out to your upline and say, listen, I am having a hard time with this. I feel like I should be more successful in this area. Can you help me? What's going on? Okay. Number 5 is network your minds. Everybody runs their business differently. Everybody has different strong points. Everybody has different weak points. Everybody has different markets. Everybody has different ideas. So it's important that you get out there and you talk to these teammates. You talk to other people on this team. You talk to people outside of this team. You need to network. You need to talk to people who maybe are in other companies, who have maybe done network marketing before, who maybe have, different expertise. Maybe you know a nutritionist. Maybe maybe you're trying to run a challenge group, somehow incorporate kids, and you're not sure how to do it. You go and talk to a teacher who, has taught first grade. Go and network, because I promise you, the more people you talk to, the more you pick each other's brains, the more successful you will be. And so if you can talk to different people and build on each other's ideas, you can solve problems together. And one of the examples that was spoke about was the MRI machines. And so I can't remember this guy's name, but the guy who invented the MRI whenever kids had to go get an MRI, they were terrified, and 80% of children had to be sedated. When you're sedated, depending upon what's going on, that can mess with a whole bunch of different things, okay? It also, is a lot more scary for the parents when you have to sedate your child. So what did he do? Did he say, oh, well, that's too bad, that it is what it is and this is how it's going to have to be? No. He knew that there was a problem that he needed to go fix. So he went and networked. He met with people that maybe you would never expect he would meet with. This guy in the medical field building these machines went out and met with kindergarten teachers, preschool teachers, museum creators, children's museum creators, people that just worked with children and understood, people who created television shows, movies, because he wanted to understand what those kids needed to make this experience not horrifying for them. So he was able to go out, network minds, and talk to people. And now today, he has created an adventure machine that now kids, when they go, they get little backpacks. They meet I think they call it like a Cub Scout leader or somebody instead of the nurse. They go into this machine that looks like something fun, and they get told a story about what's going to happen when they go in and how adventurous this is going to be. And now the seduction rate is down to almost 0. Just because he was able to change the perception of these kids. Because now they're going on an adventure instead of going into this big, scary machine. So I hope you get a lot out of that story, because it's not just about networking minds. It's about seeing a problem, being willing to solve it. He knew that his initial design wasn't good enough, but he didn't give up. He kept going. He sought other people to solve this problem. And he was able to now create something for people that made it fun. So maybe if your challenge group are suffering, maybe there's a way to make it fun. Maybe there is something that you could do to get people more involved, and so they don't feel like they're just going to, school and learning every day. Not everybody is driven by that. I love all of the information. Like, that is, I want to know like what certain foods do to my body. I want to know, what I don't know, just like what I should eat, what times. And some people don't care about all that. Some people read that and they're like, that's great, but like, I don't really care. Like, that's not going to motivate me to work out today. Maybe they need a challenge. Maybe they need something where they're going to win a prize. So get creative. If something's not working, figure out a way. Talk to people who have had successful groups and see what they've done. Because I don't always do it right either, guys. So if you don't like the way I do it, or if, you think that there's a better way, then figure it out. I don't have the right answers. Nobody has the right answers, but you got to figure out what works for you. You are your own boss. You get to run things however you want to do it. Okay? Number 6 is gift small goods. And so I'm just going to relate this immediately to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a network for people to do small, good things for other people, right? So you can endorse them for different things. You can, and it's very easy to do. I mean, it literally just pops up, you click it, and it's bam. And then you get recognized. And it is pretty cool. Like, that makes you feel good, right? You got recognized for something. You got endorsed for something. People can congratulate you on things. All these little teeny tiny small gifts that people are giving to you turn out to be a much bigger picture, because people get jobs and promotions off of those things. So these little tiny gifts are so important. And so I want you to think, LinkedIn says no one is willing to do the big things, but they will do small good things to help people out. So with doing that, people actually become more productive, and it helps to build their reputation. So within our team, I want you to think about, what can you do to help each other out? Simple things, simple things. Tagging each other in posts, liking each other's posts, commenting on each other's posts, on your pages, liking each other's pages, doing little shout outs, doing little recognitions. These things don't have to be huge, guys. You can do this for your challengers. You can do this for anybody on your own team, anybody within our Fearless and Fit team. Because even though you might not be directly in a post that, let's say, I posted, and your face might not be on that picture or whatever it is, because you're being linked to it and tagged in it, that makes your recognition your reputation skyrocket, because other people are now seeing, oh wow, she's not just posting about this. Other people are tagging her and stuff. Other people are showing them, the success that they've had. Other people are commenting on her things. It builds your reputation. And because our team is, we're big enough where we can help each other out with that. We can be saying, this coach inspired me today. This person did this today. This challenger, lost 5 pounds in 2 weeks. It builds up your reputation, and it makes people see that what you're doing is making a difference. So be aware of all these little small gifts that you can give people. You might not see it initially as a gift, like, oh wow, I just tagged somebody in this. Like, maybe it's not that big of a deal to you, but it makes everything so much more real for everybody else who's watching. So give small gifts. And of course, just be grateful, tell each other thank you, and be there for one another. We are a team. And I truly believe that, doing these small things, networking with each other, running challenge groups together, hosting coaching groups together, whatever it is, this will help you to be stronger. It'll help you to grow. And it's only going to make your experience better. So this experience here in Beachbody is only what you make it. And so, I was a coach for a couple of months, and I decided to go to a retreat, and I had to be Diamond by then, so I pushed for it. And I went Diamond, I went to the retreat, and I will tell you, some of these women I met there are still some of my very best friends. And, it's just, I don't see them very often, and I don't talk to them too often, but you know what? when I go to other things and I see them and I can, talk to them about life, and I can talk to them about, advice in not just my challenge groups, but in my business and in my life, building those relationships, building up those connections are unbreakable. And I am so thankful for that. But I could have sat behind my computer and just messaged people and talked to people that I wanted to talk to in trying to get them to grow a business and whatever, and prospects, and never reach out to these other coaches. And I will tell you, I would be a lot more lonely, and I probably wouldn't be where I am today if I did that. So you can be a Beachbody coach, and you could say, my experience was awful and I'd made no friends. But that's on you. You have to put yourself out there. You have to reach out there, because I promise you, you will meet your best friends in this business if you get out and talk. You absolutely will. I am so grateful for all of you, and especially for the people that, talk to me and some of the coaches that probably at first they were like, I'm sorry I'm bothering you. I'm sorry I'm bothering you. Like, I have all these questions. Like, those are my best friends now, guys. Like, I love that. I want to be your best friend. And I hope you all can see that, as you talk to other coaches and build these relationships, your business just kind of grows with it. So I hope that was helpful tonight. I want you guys to just kind of re-look at all these and think of maybe other areas that I didn't mention of how you can apply them to your business or life, or maybe you have other jobs. But I want you to be successful in every aspect of your life. And if you can apply these things, then you will be. So maybe there's a couple things that you're strong at. Maybe there's a couple things you're weak at. But maybe go through and just say, oh, I'm not doing this. I could do this better. Or I'm doing this really great. Maybe I could share this with somebody else who, is struggling in this area. But I believe in you. I believe in your success. And I really, really would love for you guys to embrace all of these things so that you can see it, feel it, and live it to the fullest. So, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me now, or you can always message me afterwards. Does anybody have any?
I have a question.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, though.
That's okay.
Okay. So I was reaching out to the people who I earned from Success Club, and I reached out to one, and he finally reached out to me, and we were going back and forth. And I told him that I thought it'd be great if he tried out Body Beast. And he messaged me back. He goes, so funny, I'm on a business trip, and I just saw an infomercial for it, and I just bought it with the performance line. So my question for you is, because he's my person, do I get credit for that? Because I don't have it in my back office yet.
You should. Is he already your he's your customer, right? He's your customer from
from like July. He signed up for something for free, but he bought this program off an infomercial.
So what I would do is ask him if he bought it off of Beachbody's site or through his Team Beachbody account.
Okay.
If he bought it directly from the Beachbody account, then I would just say, hey, listen, I would love to continue to work with you. Can you shoot me over the confirmation email? Then you can just call in, get it all switched over to his Team Beachbody account.
Okay.
And yes, it will all come into your back office.
Okay, because it just like sucks as we were talking about like him signing up as a coach because he like was in a car accident and he's been like building his body back up and stuff. I know. So I like was like really like Debbie Downer about it today. But then, like it's still great that he got the program and everything like that. So.
Yeah, you can always transfer those orders. And it's easier that he has a Team Beachbody account because they'll be able to directly put it onto that account.
Okay.
But yeah, I would do that. And because a lot of people don't understand that. They think they're like this one and the same. And so they'll just order it and think no big deal of it. But technically I let them know, like, you have to get it through Team Beachbody for me to be your coach and to help you. So, let him know that. I'm sure he didn't realize. So I would just do that. Say, hey, did you get it directly off of the infomercial on the Beachbody? I would love to continue to help you. Shoot me over the confirmation.
Yeah, he even said to me, he was like, oh no, are you going to get commission off my sale? I feel so bad now.
Yeah, so then be like, hey, like I absolutely can. I can still work with you. Just give me that information and I will take care of it.
Okay, thanks.
I had someone order off of beachbody.com, and when I contacted Coach Relations, they said they could not help me and that they couldn't get her switched over to me. But then I had someone else order straight off of an infomercial, and I was able to get her switched over to me. So I don't know. I think it's stupid how it's so different. But
so yeah, that's really weird. Sometimes what they'll tell you is they have to first create a Team Beachbody account. So like if they don't have a Team Beachbody account, but yeah, if that ever happens to any of you guys, call back because that's not true. They can all be switched over. As long as they ordered off of Beachbody. So yeah, sometimes they have to create a Team Beachbody account first, but
I'm not going to lie. Sometimes when I don't get the answer that I like with Coach Relations, I then do another live chat with someone else.
Get someone better.
You never know. Sometimes one person told me I couldn't get the volume and commission off a lead. And then another person was like, oh, in 30 seconds, they're like, you're done. The volume and commission was transferred to you.
Yep. Yeah. And two, you can always ask for a manager. Be like, listen, like I need to be transferred to a manager because what's happened is Beachbody has exploded way faster than our tech support team has been able to keep up with. So they're trying to do their best. Beachbody is trying to do their best in keeping up with everything and training new people and getting new people on board. But sometimes you're just like, listen, transfer me to somebody else because you're not helping. But yeah, you can always escalate it if you have additional issues. Always contact me because we do have other lines that we can get through to. So if you know something's not off, just tell another upline coach, tell me, tell Kaylee, because we can help you more sometimes than what you can do. So does anybody else have any questions? No? All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much for jumping on tonight. I really appreciate it. Let's keep kicking butt. Remember that we are having our own competition between our Team Cup teams on Fearless and Fit. So keep pushing hard. The team that gets the most points will be getting some pretty cool prizes from me as well. And then also we will have our, on the 24th, we have a group starting and, Jamie and Kyle, do you have those? I meant to talk about the schedule and I left it upstairs.
I have all the dates. Do you need them?
Yeah, Jamie.
Okay. So we can run through, this is in order. August 24th, we're starting the general challenge group. Any challenge, pack, any products, anybody can join that. General challenge group starting August 24th. Then we have a 7-day clean eating and 3-day refresh group. It's going to start August 31st. That's the Monday right before Labor Day. It's called Lose It for Labor Day. This is anybody who wants to purchase the 3-day refresh. They can do a 7-day clean eating guided week, and they can choose when throughout the week they want to do their 3-day refresh. Immediately after that, starting on Tuesday, September 8th, so it's the day after Labor Day, that's going to be Amy's How to Lose 10 in 21 Days. So your challengers have to have the 3-day refresh already. We're going to start it on the 8th. It's going to kickstart them, so sell the Kickstarter challenge packs. It'll kickstart their whole 21-day challenge. They'll start with a 3-day refresh, and then I'm sure Amy will go into this a lot more, but it is her plan that she's created with another 2-day piece, and then the remaining days throughout the 21-day period. It'll be a very strict, regimented diet. So this is perfect for the Shakeology and 3-day refresh. You can get them for $140, or be, you know, kind of marketing and speaking about any of the Kickstarter challenge packs, and that'll help them out for any of those, you know, the 7-day cleanse or the 7-day shred or the How to Lose 10 in 21.
Yep. Yeah. So 21-day group, the How to Lose 10 in 21 Days. It's perfect now that they sell these Kickstart packs. So really, really try and get those to people. However, if they just want, let's say, the 3-day refresh with the Shakeology, they can do it. But they need the Shakeology. This program is based off of, you know, nutrients. And so they will go off of the 3-day refresh, and then they will actually be drinking 2 shakes a day for a period of time. I believe it's like 4 days or so, with a very strict diet. So if they have a program, let's say, they can do that, but they have to have the 3-day refresh and the Shakeology. It is a strict program, but it is based off of the strict diet. You will see awesome results. Okay. This is the program that Jenna started with, right, Jenna? And she lost how many pounds? 12. Yeah, she lost 12 pounds in 21 days. And her whole body changed in these 21 days. It was insane. So I think it's an awesome program, but they do need to know that, you know, it is going to be a strict diet plan. Any workout program can go with it. So that one is free to be, you know, up to their choice, but have to be on the refresh and also the Shakeology for that as well. Perfect to, you know, beat the summer. I feel like a lot of people gain weight in the summer from all the parties, and this is kind of like the last party weekend before, you know, you get serious. So that's why we want to start immediately after Labor Day. So be talking about that now. Also, people who want to drop a couple pounds before the weekend, who are maybe going to be in swimsuits or whatever, we're going to have that 3-day refresh clean eating group, lose it for Labor Day. Okay. So be talking about these things. We do obviously want to get them ordered soon because they are going to need it for those days. So does anybody have questions about those?
Sorry, we have 2 more too. The coaching, we have a coach sneak peek.
Yeah.
For anybody who tried it out, what we did last time, I think it was 2 weeks ago, is rather than doing a full week of Amy's posts, 1 each day, we do an event where it's just all those posts combined down to like an hour or 2-hour window. So we are targeting a coach sneak peek on Wednesday night, Wednesday, August 26th at 8:30 p.m. So if anybody wants to get in on that, the posts will be put up. They can always go back, even if they, you know, can't make it for that exact night, make sure that they're in there so that they have access to the posts. And then we're going to do another one after the Diamond Retreat. I think you said between like the 23rd, 24th, 25th of September. So.
And then there's a coach apprenticeship starting September 1st.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So keep those dates in mind. We're going to be the leaders, diamonds and above on the team are going to be, we're going to be meeting a lot more to kind of bring stuff to you guys a little sooner, since I'm the fly by the seat of your pants type of person. I know that does not work for everybody, so they're gonna help keep me organized. Thank you. But yeah, so we will be meeting more so that we can plan in advance and kind of have more of a strategy moving forward, and just get everybody together, talk about mastermind, and like I said, network our minds together. So you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for jumping on, and let's finish this week out strong. Bye, guys.